Hey, good morning, everybody. Yeah, it's Wednesday, September 14th, 2022. It's 7:11 a.m. as I am doing this. My mom just left for work about 20 minutes ago or so. And yeah, I'm also off today, which, is kind of a surprise. I'm sure to a lot of folks. I am off today because right now the way my schedule is going, it's essentially Sunday and Wednesday that I have off until they get things straightened out. And what I mean by straightened out is they're still trying to hire people on for positions, especially with the holidays coming up. So, they're doing what they can to get people in there. We unfortunately lost one person already, or two people actually. One of them, of course, was a front-end manager, but she's still with the company. She's just, kind of like doing her own thing. Well, she's not doing her own thing right now. She's kind of basically working at another store in Modesto because it's close to her home. And it's either the one that I know of in Modesto, that I've been to in Modesto, or it's the one or it's the one on McHenry. I'm not really sure. But yeah, she's over there now instead of with us. And then the other day we lost somebody else because she's moving on to something different. I don't know if she's going to school in another city, another state, or she took another job. She's doing something. It's supposed to be a little bit bigger of a job and I guess pays more or something. I'm not really entirely sure. But yeah, she's basically, as I adjust that so you can see me better. But yeah, she's basically moved on to do, something else. She used to be in customer service and pickup and all that. Well, customer service, pickup, they're pretty much the same. As well, she used to do drive up. She used to be one of the people that would go out and basically digest this. Here, a little bit more. She would be one of the people that would go out and basically take the order to the customer in the car, because if they did an order online to either be picked up or drived up, they would let us know. And, she was part of that team. Now, as you can tell, right now, just to prove I'm kind of off today, my bed, as you can see, is a little messed up. I gotta fix that. And then over here, got most of my stuff sprawled throughout. Gotta clean that up later when I wake up a little bit more. I also have a new video set to premiere. It's actually just a upconvert of a video I did before. And that is the Sonic Comic World's top 10 hottest Sonic characters, or in this case, hottest Sonic girl characters, to be exact. It's something that he did basically back in the early 2000s, not early 2000s, but something he did back in the early 2010s, late 2000s, it's something that he did. And we had not heard from him, for a while. And everybody was wondering why we haven't heard from him and everything. And apparently, he was either removed from YouTube, or he was I described it as, at the time, and you see it in the description I reused. He was either let go by YouTube, in other words, channel taken down and everything, or his video got blocked. His video got blocked or something worldwide. So he decided. Obviously he decided to stop doing YouTube videos. I guess I don't know. I don't know what happened. Either that, or he just decided to do other things besides videos, and that's what happened. And I don't blame him or anything like that. I really don't. Now, what's interesting is the duration of a video and how long these kind of key moments are there. Because when I went to relook at this video, now I had to re-upload. Now I had upconverted it previously to 720, but now I was doing it to 4K. And again, what's interesting is depending on how long you have it up there, we know that YouTube has these, YouTube has this, what's the word I'm looking for? Has had, at least what I would consider a couple of years, has had this ability that allows you to timestamp, certain parts of a video. And when I went to look at the original upload I did of Sonic Comic World's video, already I noticed something that I did not do. And what that is it was divided into chapters. So it seems to me that what YouTube does automatically is they will allow themselves to chapterize. They will allow themselves to chapterize all the videos that are like top 10s, top 25s, and all that, automatically, by kind of, I guess, getting an idea of where each countdown begins and ends and all that. And if you're going to re-upload that video in a higher format, like I did here with this video, then obviously, you gotta, you can either let YouTube potentially maybe self-up-convert it themselves over time, or you could do it yourself. Not up-convert, but you could have, you could have YouTube, and you can see I'm still a little tired, I'm still waking up. But you could have YouTube self-chapter it themselves, over time, or you could do it yourself. Just by following the pattern or the chapters that they listed for you. Now, it doesn't say whether or not what I'm trying to say is it doesn't say whether or not you yourself to do it or they will do it. I don't know if they allow people from the outside to do it. I don't know. It's kind of weird. If they do, because that's an invasion of privacy. But to me, it comes down to one or two things. You either take the time to do it yourself, or they do it for you. And this video has been up for over a decade, this original video. So I can assume that they did it themselves. As far as the 720 upconvert that I did of it previously, that's up in the air. I don't know exactly if they did it on their own or I'm going to have to do it on my own. We'll have to see. But yeah, I have that new one coming up because I didn't provide you guys with anything yesterday because, we were working. I was working, I should say, and it was busy. It was moderately busy, but it was busy. To the point that, when I got to work, yeah, I had a little over an hour to go, but I also had to, go use the restroom and everything and then put my lunchbox with my beverages and stuff away so I could, relax for a little bit and not have it outside with me, even though I don't think it would be affected. And I decided to just relax my body. That's all I wanted to do, relax my body and, go from there and, kind of be up and ready to go for work. And that's what I did. But yeah, it was moderately busy yesterday, and it's because of all that. And even when I got home, that I didn't do anything video wise because I just wanted to relax. I just wanted to rest, and like I said, that's kind of what I did. As the night and day went on, but I made up for that with with this video that you're going to see or that you're watching that I'm doing right now. And the one, like I said, that's a 4K upconvert of the original video I uploaded of Sonic Comic World's top 10 hottest Sonic characters, or hottest Sonic girl characters, in Archie Sonic, basically, in Archie Sonic. So yeah, basically that's what's been happening, and that's why you didn't see a video yesterday and all that. But I will say this about work. It has been really interesting over the past couple of days. Over the past couple of weeks, they've been building and putting the finishing touches on the newest, shoppy, if you will, the newest in-shop, if you will, at our store, because, we have the Disney store, which has been, now part of our store for at least a couple of months. I would say about 2 months now, 3 months almost. Doesn't feel like it. I think it's more like 2 months. But we have the Disney store recently, inserted, into our area, and it's become very popular. I mean, a lot of parents with their kids, young kids especially, will walk through there to see what's there, even if it's not as big as the original stores were. And one of the things that we have in the middle, as I've shown you before in the video, is a castle, a very, I guess you could say, a replica of, I guess you could say, Disney's, the Disney Park castle, Cinderella's castle. And on it you have two screens. You have two screens that, are basically covered with curtains, animated curtains, that is. And at certain times, those curtains will open up, and they'll basically show a little game for the kids to play, like a matching game and all that. Or they'll just have like a stained glass window-like image on all three windows, to kind of show some decorativeness, some color. Or they would show certain scenes and highlights from films, and even song pieces from films as well, like song pieces along the lines of "Sudden Pressure" from Encanto, "You're Welcome" from Moana, and so on. And they'll even, like I said, they'll show little clips here and there, like they will show like the ending, or at least highlights of the first Cars movie on there, or the even show highlights from Cars 2, believe it or not, and stuff like that. And they even will show like a compilation of all the Disney princesses and their strengths, and what their personalities are like and why people like them. Like, the compilation consists of Mira from Brave shooting that, that one scene basically where she steps up. Or Merdin, I think. Is it Merdin? I can't even think of the name right now. I have the movie right here. Where is it? I know I have it. Here it is. It's right next to Finding Dory. I don't know why Finding Dory is in front of Finding Nemo. Well, actually I do, because I have them in a release category. Brave. Let's see. Murdered, if you will. Again, I don't. What was the one? Oh yeah. Again, they start off like with that scene where Murdered shoots the arrow in the tournament, if you will, and she hits a bullseye by breaking the other person's arrow, cutting it in half. They show that. They show Jasmine, telling off Aladdin, when he's first disguised as Prince Ali. They show Ariel saving Eric and all that. They show a lot of good highlights from the Princess Confirmations, or the Princess's best moments and all that. And it kind of changes at times. Like, you still get some of the stuff in there, but it also mixes in some new stuff. Kind of like what Disney does with the Wonderful World of Color, at Disneyland. Or Disney California Adventure, but still there. So they do stuff like that. And again, the parents like it. The kids especially like it because, it keeps them entertained. In fact, one time, I think it was a couple days ago, I'm walking into work, and I noticed one of our little seating items, little seating stools, if you will, was right in front of it, and you could tell it was put there by a parent or by a little kid because they wanted to watch what was on there. And I thought that was cool. So that's been there for, like I said, Disney store within our store. It's been there for about 2.5 months now. Doesn't feel like it, but it's been there. And I've bought a few things from there myself. I think I did buy a few things myself from there, I believe. Not just for myself, but for my mom, like the lady here. I don't know if you could see her. Well, like lady right there. I bought her lady and all that. And then I bought her, I think she put it somewhere. I don't know where she put it. Oh, yeah, she put it right here. I bought her, whoops, my phone just flew. That's going to be a highlight, a thumbnail. But yeah, I bought her this. This is a Frozen Anna. This is the Frozen 2. As I just fix that again. Here we go. But that's the Frozen 2 Anna brush that you can get for about $5. It's not the Belle one because, like I said, it shows Frozen on there. So I got her that. So there's a lot of things to get there, if you will. And so now we have Ulta Beauty, which they, I guess for some reason, wanted to make a big deal out of, because it opened up officially. You could tell they were putting the finishing touches on it because, while they were still working on it, you could kind of see them working, certain people working in there. But then they covered it up and all that because I guess they didn't want people to see the products and all that. But you could tell they were putting the finishing touches on there because the sign that says Ulta Beauty was now, front and center in the back of the Shopee, if you will, lit up and everything. But they had everything else covered up because, again, I guess they didn't want to see they didn't want people to see the products and all that. So this past Friday, I go to work, and it's the day after I was off. No, not the day after I was off, because I worked all week last week. That's the thing, I worked all week last week because I took Monday off instead of just working Monday and then having Wednesday off. So, yeah, I worked most of that week. So, I came home on Thursday. I go back the next day on Friday, and they have like a big old arch of balloons, of pink, white, and orange balloons, like going from like here's the entrance, right? Like here's our door right here. So the balloons go like from here, and they're going up the arch, or over the doorway like an arch, scooting down just a little bit, bending over into like the cart area, just about. They have them kind of like that. And in the middle of that arch, they have the word Ulta for Ulta Beauty. And I see this, and I don't go fully in there just yet because, it's, not my thing. No offense. But I kind of get an idea, kind of look around. They do have a lot of products that no one else has, not even us, and our beauty section's right across from them, if you will. And we're looking, and not we, but I'm just looking at some of the stuff that you can see, as you walk by, or you kind of sneak a peek of. And I'll tell you this, compared to, like I said, the items we have across from them, whew, and I say it with all due respect, no offense, I hope you like spending an arm and a leg, because that stuff is expensive. It is. It is definitely expensive because, my mom, just buys average makeup. Just like hard, I wouldn't say hard pressed. Well, I guess I could say hard pressed. But, she buys makeup like this. Like, this is her makeup, like right here. And right here and all that. This is her stuff right here. And even here. Like this stick, this yellow stick in the mascara. Right there. As you can see them. All that. Normally that doesn't cost her that much. I mean, the stick at most can cost her $7, $6 at the least, if she can get it somewhere cheaper. The foundation costs her about $10, if less, depending on where she gets it. The CoverGirl one, of course, the mascara stuff, all that costs about, I would say on the average, about between $8 to $13, if not less, like I said, depending on where she gets it. Well, you compare that, because that's probably, I think that's what you kind of pay between that average range. Not in total. That's not the total price or the total purchase that she got of the makeup. No, not between $8 and $13. No, it's like individually. That's what each would cost between that. But anyway, you compare what she buys of $8 to $13 worth of individually of that makeup. You compare it to what Ulta Beauty has right across from us. This little shoppy right across from us that we're now partnered with. And one little black stick, eyeliner, whatever you want to call it, on average for my mom, like I said, would cost her maybe at most $7, depending, because things are going up and going down, stuff like that. The prices are crazy right now. Price inflation, deflation is crazy right now. But on average, it would cost her maybe, depending where she gets it, $7, maybe $5, okay? Or even less, but still. You go to Ulta Beauty right across from us, and their stick of eyeliner or whatever cost about twice as much. That is no joke. That is no joke. And I get it. These are brands and stuff you normally wouldn't see in a store like a Target unless they were under their own company, unless they were under the company they're associated with, like Ulta. And that's what you have. Kind of like with the Disney store. There are items that we have there, like the lady in the Tramp plushie that I showed you, that normally we wouldn't have unless we had a Disney, and there was something Disney related as a part of our store, like the Disney store. And the same is going to be said for Apple. That's right. Apple, they still have their area to finish up. They still have their area to finish up real soon in electronics. And of course, that's going to be to help, look at Apple phones and all that real soon. Kind of like look at how to repair them and stuff. But also, it's going to be home to selling exclusive Apple stuff, even though we kind of sell it already. It's going to be home to stuff that we don't necessarily sell. It's going to be home to like little launches for, like, let's say the upcoming iPhone 14 and stuff. It's going to be like that. So there are going to be little, exclusivities, a little bit of exclusivities, if you will, with each of these shoppies that we get, that are exclusive to them, more so than us, even though they're part of our store. That being the Shoppies of Disney, Ulta, and Apple. But that's not the only thing they're trying to put the finishing touches on. We're also getting back our little cafe. Now, word is that the cafe is supposed to be a Pizza Hut again because that's what it was originally. But a lot of folks are clamoring and hoping that it's a Starbucks. And what's interesting about that is we have a Starbucks already out, in the parking lot area. We have it right there in the plaza area. And then not that far away, not even a block or so away, we have another one. A little more of a drive up, but still we have another one. So having one put into our store, yeah, that'd be great and everything. It helps us, the workers, have something to, drink and, enjoy and everything and help us wake up and all that in the middle of the day or before we start work. That would be great. But what does that do for the Starbucks that's already in the plaza? You know what I'm saying? So word potentially going around is instead we're going to get a Pizza Hut. Because like I said, that's what we had before. Now if we get a Starbucks, hey, that's going to be a surprise because we were told otherwise. But yeah, they are putting the finishing touches on it. And it looks like it could be done maybe by the end of this week, maybe the end of this month, we'll see. But it looks like they're getting closer and closer to getting it done. And once it gets done, like I said, for myself, my fellow associates, attendees, if you will, it's going to be, a nice place to go and relax, especially during break. Now, we do have a new break lounge in the back, of course, which is really nice. They still have to fix things up there. They're putting some stuff, finishing touches on there, like they're putting pictures up and everything, Target-related pictures. But still, it's really nice and everything. Even though it's in the back of the store now, because they're turning what was the original break room into an expansion of Drive Up and TCS, if you will, an expansion of Drive Up and TCS. Because of course with Christmas around the corner, we're gonna have a lot of orders on our hands and stuff. So, stuff like that. But yeah, it's been, one heck of a week. One heck of in the first 9 months, because it's going to be 9 months for me this Monday. One heck of a ride so far, and a lot of changes going on. A lot of people are impressed by the changes. They're like, wow, I can't believe you're doing this. I can't believe you're doing that. And, they're wondering when it's going to be done and stuff and all that. And we kind of give them an estimation, so when it's going to be done. But then what's more interesting, though, is people's shocks and expressions over the past week. And I've dealt with this already over the past 9 months already, since being there. But those shocking expressions at the fact that they can't use WIC. Yeah, that's right. Now you might say, well, wait a minute. Your Target doesn't take WIC? No, it doesn't, because where we're located at. You see, in Turlock, California, there's some kind of situation to where, they'll allow certain stores like Safeway, Food Max, and all that, to use WIC instead of us. Even though we have the potential to be a super Target. And it looks like we could head in that direction at any time. But obviously they don't want us to do that. And I don't know if the same applies for Walmart, but for some reason, Target is the only one that's, basically, one of those stores in town that, yeah, you could do EBT. Yeah, you could do, EDD debit and all that. You could do all that. WIC, on the other hand, no, you can't do it. And I've had several mothers have to leave the WICs behind, leave their purchases behind because we don't take WIC, even though we have the sign on the front of the door that says we do. And again, it's all because, one, we don't sell we don't sell vegetables or fruits. And it's all because of some kind of agriculture thing in Turlock. So that kind of, that kind of limits us in giving certain services to customers when they need them. But what we always do is we say, well, we kind of tell them basically, and they appreciate it when we tell them, hey, even though we can't do it, the safe way across from us can. The safe way across from us can. And even though that takes business away from us, it's not our fault because of the fact that the city of Turlock has us, our company, our store, Target, has, I'm assuming, Walmart as well, on a leash, when it comes to certain things we can and cannot do. But hopefully that will improve over time because, what's the point of selling baby formula or baby food if the parent, the mother, the father can't purchase it without WIC or can't use WIC to purchase it? And, it doesn't make sense if they can't use WIC and you're advertising they can use WIC on the front of your door, at your store, the entrance. What's the point of, advertising that they can do it when they come in and they find out they can't? It doesn't make sense. So hopefully that will change over time. And I've got a feeling with things changing, in this time frame, if you will, with things changing in this time frame, that's probably what is going to happen. We're probably going to get a massive change, in that directive for Target and Stanislaus County in places that will allow or not allow certain things to be, changed. In other words, the rules to be changed. But yeah, it's been a heck of a week. I did get some new things as well. I showed you one of the new things I got. It was a new model car, a collectible car, the Robotech one. I also ended up getting a new Transformer. Now, I showed you in my Transformers collection video that I got Ratchet, right? And I got Willy. Well, there were two other Transformers that they were selling. And I think she is right here. I ended up getting, and the box is a little dented, but that's fine, we'll fix it, there we go. I ended up getting RC. That's right, we have an RC Transformers the movie figure as well, which I'm kind of happy they brought out, even though I do have some RC figures. They brought out that one to kind of, fill in the gaps and stuff. And there are some other, Transformers the movie 86 figures I got to get my hands on. There's even a Junkion one called Junk Heap, which I think they're going to get back in stock because it looks like they're getting back to organization. Like, they're kind of falling behind, but now they're kind of restocking, kind of get back on track. So yeah, we're getting towards that. We're getting towards that moment too, where things will be more organized and everything, and on time when it comes to being there to be available. But yeah, so far, like I said, it's been a good 9 months, or going on 9 months this Monday. Hopefully nothing will happen between then, because I am basically holding on to a thread right now because of the 5-hour meals, stupid law and ruling that I think needs to change. So we're hanging on to a thread. But I think I'm doing better because now I'm taking advice from one of the managers to use my phone here to time myself every 4.5 hours so I don't violate, or something like that, for the time I'm scheduled, so I don't violate. But yeah, so far so good, and can't say any more than that. But let me know what your thoughts are, guys, down below. Comment if you like. Live chat during the premiere. Like the video. Super chat, super stickers are on during the premiere as well. Super thanks afterwards. You can find me at Venmo at Brian-Warmer-2 to help support me there immediately, financially, as well as at Cash App at BWRoses98. You can support me at patreon.com/BWRoses. Also check out the Teespring store for merchandise you can't get anywhere else. And also check me out at DeviantArt.com/BVW1979, VENMO at BWRoses, and at BWRoses Discussions for you in all your favorite audio podcast locations except for Pandora. But until next time, guys, again, I just wanted to do this little bit of a vlog. I know it's not little, but still, to let you know what's been going on, and everything. And really, that's all I can say. So Till next time, guys, God bless. Take care, and I will talk to you all later. I might do a live stream, so be on the lookout.